Today, segment 4, I guess, is where we're at. We're looking at the Illinois state finals for the 2A division in the 113 weight class. In the first period there, two wrestlers one gets in on a shot, single leg outside. Other wrestler puts in the wizard and it kind of got that knee coming out to the side. The whistle's actually behind the action and the AR is at the front. So he's got a perfect view of the knee. And I guess in his interpretation, knee starts coming out a little bit far and he actually calls potentially dangerous. And I know, in the book, I think it says AR can only call locked hands as far as the symbol that he throws up. But I think in this situation, I think we might look at that a little bit differently and some pros and some cons, I think, from this video for sure. So Dale, as you look at the video, what are some of the things you think are great and maybe what's one or two of the things you do differently?
Yeah, I can never fault an official for safety.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our number one job.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a pretty common situation with shelving and things like that. But let's face it, the knee doesn't go out like that all the time. And so we have to make those judgments of when. What I don't know is I didn't see the whole match.
Yeah.
So was this a situation that happened before?
Yeah. So for 16 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So almost like a shot off the whistle, you could say.
So I like that. And I would want my outside official to be verbal.
Yeah.
And to maybe make the signal.
Yeah.
And go from there. Now, thinking through things, and I don't know if this is true or not, but if I'm the whistle on that one, I actually want to be 180 degrees with my assistant in the opposite.
Yeah.
So I thought the assistant had the better angle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Ideally in that position, I think as you watch the video, you'd rather the whistle be on that side to see the whizzer coming in and the shelf, the leg getting shelved. And so, the AR did have the best kind of look at this position.
And so I feel like, if you and I are reffing and I'm caught on an offside, in a perfect world, I want to be on the other side.
Yeah.
But perfect world doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
And so if I am there and when I got the single and I'm wrapped around, that back angle is hard to see sometimes.
For sure.
When you're on the front, you can see the knee and then you can see where the foot moves out.
Yeah. And that's really when it starts to get potentially dangerous.
And I don't have a set like angle or something like that, but you just, what I also, and I couldn't tell on this video, maybe zoom in or not. So sometimes when they shelf it, they also have the toe.
Yeah. And they'll take it out.
And so I am going to stop that 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Like when they are bringing the foot out from the knee and the toe turned. Yeah. I want to stop that every single time. I don't have it's more of a feel in a situation like that. And so I give the outside official some credibility and some, I like when they promote safety and they work through things. There are some things that, if I'm in a dual meet, I communicate with the athletes. Yeah. And so things that we get in these spaghetti situations, sometimes these wrestlers put themselves in these, situations. I don't think this was one of them, but sometimes they end up in goofy ones. Yeah. And so I use a simple verbiage. Are you good? Yeah. And I talk to him in the pre-meet and I say, are you good? And I'm waiting for a response because I don't know all these kids. Yeah. And if that kid knows what he's doing and has the wherewithal to go, good. Yeah. I let it play.
Let it ride. And I think to your point too, it also depends on the level, where you're at. Are you at a freshman tournament? Yeah. And, maybe that's the first time these kids been in that position, or are you in the state finals of the 2A division in Illinois? Yeah. And so I think being aware of, the level of wrestling you're at, I think is an important piece of that puzzle too. But I think we both agree here that, the safety is the number one piece there. And although the AR is, technically not allowed to make that call, I think in this particular situation with the better angle, came inside the circle, made that call.
Anything different or if you were in one of those situations that you would have saw different, or
yeah. So I think for me, as an AR, I always want to stay outside the circle.
Okay.
And so I always try to keep that 180. But I don't want to include myself in the action.
Yeah.
I want to be outside that circle. And I was always taught to, point and say, hey, watch the knee, and then let the whistle decide, hey, is this to the level enough of, stopping the action? As the AR, for me, it would have to be something really serious and flagrant.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I have a great example off the top of my head here, but it would have to be something to the point where, bleeding profusely and maybe whistle doesn't see it, or, knee pops out, kid screams and he doesn't stop the action or something. I think it would have to be something that's severe for me to actually jump in and stop the action.
Okay.
So I don't know if I would have stopped this action.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most I would have done is stayed outside that circle and pointed and say, hey, watch the knee. Well, kind of similar to what the coaches do, right?
What if we had comms and we could be, hey,
even
let's
better.
Watch the knee.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I have a better angle. That knee is getting rotated out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so, we had a great conversation about the comms on a previous episode. And, if you click that link in the bottom, you can go watch that. But yeah, it's that I think is a perfect example of where you would want the comms.
Yeah. Or some way to communicate. And I think my only takeaway is I want to be in the best position to make that call. And if I'm not, I want my AR to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I probably wouldn't have done it either.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would look at my assistant and be upset or disappointed or mad.
Yeah.
I feel like that's safety.
Yeah.
And we want the kids to keep wrestling.
Yeah, I think we're good with that.
And we don't want them to blow out ACLs and stuff like that. And so, if you guys have some feedback, are you going to let that ride? Are you going to stop that? And then if you're the whistle, do you get offended? You get butthurt? Or if you're the outside, are you afraid to step in and make that call? And so what are some ways that we can communicate? What are some ways that we can process that and get it correctly with or without comms to make the call right and keep the kids safe and go from there? Fair enough?
Yeah, because you want to keep the kids safe, but you also want to keep the action going.
Yeah.
And in wrestling, that's always a delicate dance, you know.
Well, until next time, leave your comments down below.